Streetwise Intellect Productions. What's up, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bubble Podcast, your new home for Bay Area talent, presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I'm your host, MistaRye The Realist, and this is another episode of Views and Opinions. This topic that we'll be speaking on today is called Stop Living for the Here and Now. Again, the topic for today is Stop Living for the Here and Now. So before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am so appreciative of your support, and I would love for you guys to go sign up to the mailing list at streetwiseintellectproductions.com. That is streetwiseintellectproductions.com. Sign up to the mailing list. You will not get spammed. Just to be aware of new stuff that we got going on. I haven't even really gotten around to mailing list campaigns yet, and when I do eventually get to them, it still will not be spam, guys. So please sign up to the mailing list at streetwiseintellectproductions.com. All right, let's get into this topic. Stop living for here and now. Now, it's said that life is too short, and that is crap. That's a bunch of crap, guys. Life is not too short. What you do in life makes it short, or shorten it, I should say. Like, for instance, people that sleep 12 hours a day. I mean, come on, man. You done slept like 3/4 of your life away. Of course you're going to say life is too short. I mean, you're missing out on a lot of life just from the 12 hours a day. And no elbow ribbing to anyone or about anyone that does that. It was just a point. Another point I want to make. People that work their body to the bone day in and day out, man, that is killing yourself. That is taking so much years from your life because, one, you're spending so much time in one place. You're not really living life. You're not experiencing life. Two, you're doing it day in and day out, so all you have time for is probably 4 hours of sleep and an hour of TV. You're killing yourself. And that's why people like that do not live long. All right. So yes, in that case, life is short when you do that. So that's what I mean by the things you do in life can shorten your life. When you're doing things like there's no tomorrow, guess what? Eventually, guys, there will be no tomorrow. So I want to start telling people we need to start thinking forward. Start thinking forward. Have agendas, have goals. And then as you have those goals and develop these agendas, you're going to develop tactics and procedures and practices to reach those goals. And that's what becomes, like, I don't like really saying routine, but it'll be something that you'll be doing to kind of accelerate yourself, because now you're on a time frame. And I know a lot of people say, oh, there's no such thing as time, and there's no, man, get off of it. All right, there is a such thing as time, because you know when the sun's going to be here, you know when the moon's going to be here. I mean, there has to be a measurement of time. So get off of it about that's crap. Anyhow, we need to start thinking forward. You need to start planning for what you're going to do. You need to start seeing yourself in a situation and planning to do things to get yourself to that situation. All right. We can't think that we're going to do a quantum leap all the way and we're going to be there. No, I mean, there's a great distance in between our vision and where we're at. So how are we going to get to our vision? You know, you're not going to get there waking up in the day. All right, what I'm going to do? All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. All right, you get a little closer. All right, you wake up the next day. What I'm going to do? No, that's not going to work. I've done it. I'm still kind of a victim of it. You know, we all do it. But what I'm saying is that we all need to start thinking forward, thinking ahead, planning for that next month, planning for that next 6 months. What do I want to do? What do I want to be at? That's where growth happens. That's where evolvement happens. That's where your children see you planning. That's where the generation starts seeing, okay, let me make plans. Let me have goals. So what I'm saying is very important for everyone to start doing. That's why I wanted to make this a topic. Stop living for the here and now. So a lot of the things that I heard growing up as a kid from friends, acquaintances, people I call family members because they've been friends for so long, and also family members. I heard a lot of females telling each other, "Oh, girl, you better get it while you got it," flaunt it, however the term goes. I don't even like repeating stuff like that, but it's true, and it was a generational thing. So now you got these females thinking that they better do this, and then when they hit a certain age, they get bitter. It's like you was living for the here and now it's like you weren't planning for this time, and now it's like you're bitter. That's where a lot of the bitterness comes from. I mean, it's like we are programmed at a young age to do and think a certain way by our family members, those closest to us. TV network has a lot to do with it, but I mean, that's like thirdary in the list of stuff that we are exposed to. And for young females to hear that, and for us to look at where we're at in this day and age, people need to start understanding the impact that your words have when you speak around children. Be careful, be mindful of how you speak around children. If you're living for the here and now, cool, it's your life to do that. But you influence a lot of other beings instead of just your peers. Please understand that, man. Please understand that. What I do, like I said episodes ago, is I don't do stuff for my peers or my friends or my family no more. I do stuff for the generations that are coming behind me, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Life's then you die. That's why we put fly, because you never know when you're gonna go. Life's then you die. That's why we put fly. Yo, I don't know why or how that song just popped into my head like that, man. Yeah, back to the subject. Living for the here and now. I'm talking to the men right now. There's no color involved. It's the men, the demographics of the Bay Area. I'm talking to you guys. Man, check this out, bro. Ain't no need for you to be talking about, oh, I gotta get it right now. I gotta get it now. What the do you need to get it now for, bruh? If you get it now, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? Are we investing our money? Are we doing what we're supposed to do, like buying property? We complain about not having property, but you know what I mean? What you doing, man? See, that's where the here and now kind of kills all the joy of living life, man, because you're trying to do something right now and you all hustle and bustle and believe me, man, I've been there. I'm speaking on it because I've been there. But yeah, excuse the sirens in the background, guys. Yeah, I live in Oakland. I know y'all probably heard the sirens in a few episodes, but it is what it is. So what I am saying now is hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that, man, I understand that we need to hustle. We need to make it happen. We need to make it work for ourselves and our families as black men. And I get that for real. But why not do all of that, man? Staying up all night, wearing the same clothes for like a week and a half. Why not do all of that with a goal in mind? You feel what I'm saying? And the goal doesn't have anything to do with cars and spending $600-800 on some jeans or something. I mean, that shit is dumb to me, man. So why not get out there, do all of that, stack your dough, bruh, and what I mean by that is do what you got to do to climb that ladder. You know what I mean? Stack a little dough, buy bigger. Next time, stack your little dough, buy bigger next time. Whatever you doing out there, that's the whole main goal, right? And that's not living for here and now. That is trying to get it how you live. And how we live out here is real dope. I like it because we all surviving. No matter what they put out here on us, man, we surviving. So, yeah, back to the point. Let me put what I'm saying in analogy form. So, say and I've been here. I've been in these situations many times in my life. So, say that you have no money in your pocket. You're broke, man. You haven't eaten yet. You haven't smoked anything yet. You barely got a little bit of tobacco left or whatever if you have that type of habit. Then you haven't drunk anything yet. And you're thinking, okay, how I'm going to get this money? All right, so now everybody in the world, when they get that money, they're spending a majority on their habits and what they need to do for themselves. And that puts us in a rut. Living for the here and now. I need this now. Instead of thinking, because at the same time, when I think back in retrospect, in my age, I can do that now. I think back in retrospect as far as like, man, I could have been thinking, when I get this money, let me put up $4 for a few bags of top ramen or something. And then put up $2 for some drinks or something. Then I can use the rest and try to hustle up something else. That's how we need to think, because it softens the blow of life when you think ahead like that. That is all I'm trying to say, guys. Stop living for the here and now. My point is not to go out and spend all your money on stocks and bonds and real estate at this moment. That should be a plan somewhere in the future. What I'm saying to do now is do the little stuff, man. Just start little, and that way it's like muscle memory for your brain. It's like second nature. You're just gonna keep doing it. So what I mean by that is it's like it's not even about money. It's just like it's about everything, man. Save a little bit of your anger a little bit sometimes. And when you get angry and you want to flash at somebody, just save a little bit of it. You might need it. You might need it in the future, right? It can go either way with money, emotions, relationships. I mean, it can go either way. You got to save a little bit and look into the future. That is my point of this episode. This episode is to enlighten people to start looking a little bit further ahead. If you got to start 2 days ahead, that's fine. At least you're looking ahead. Start planning ahead for something. Okay, this 2 days I got this coming. And then that way you getting it accustomed in your brain to live a little bit more for a goal in the future. That was the whole point of this episode. And I do have one other point that I want to speak on, and that is my views and points on here and now do not pertain to stopping for a second to enjoy some of the many virtuous qualities of life. I mean, we're moving so hard, and sometimes when we reach our goals, yes, man, it's not a problem to stop and just be like, man, this is what I'm doing it for. This is why I'm going hard, man. I want to stop and enjoy some of this. So, living for the here and now is not pertaining to enjoying like a sunset, looking over where the water meets the sky, and man, stuff like that is beautiful. So that's what we need to work for, though. That needs to become a goal. That needs to become an achievement that we want to make happen in our life, so we can go do that for a couple days. Yeah, for them 2-3 days, whatever, a week or whatever, I'm living for the here and now, baby. This is what I was doing this for. But when I get back to it, I'm right back to it. And that is the mind frame my culture needs to not really embed in their head, because it's a lot that we have been shown. My generation and above are like the most messed up people. We messed up in the head because we've been exposed to a lot of stuff. But at the same time, we're like the sanest people on the planet right now. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to down talk anyone. Just anyhow, living for the here and now. There's a lot of different perspectives on life because there are a lot of different lifestyles and everything out there in the world today. But when you start looking at the majority of the bad stuff that's publicized and people talk about, you start getting that vibration in your body, that negative vibration, because that's all you're around, and that's all you think that it is. We need to stop looking like that. We need to stop looking at that. We need to start looking towards like something brighter for ourselves. And by us doing that, we in turn influence the younger generations. Now, I am doing this. This is the whole point of my platform, to try to do something while I'm still here and while I'm still able to do it, to influence, put a better influence out there, because I recognize the problem, and I'm not one to sit around and just keep pointing and be like, oh, this is what's happening. Oh yeah, my older generation, we messed up. We should have been doing this. We should have been doing that. No. That's what these views and opinion episodes are about. So everyone that be listening to these things, man, I love you guys, because all I'm trying to do is enlighten first my culture and then the urban communities all around us. So with that being said, I'm gonna draw to a conclusion on my point here. Do not, I'll repeat, do not live for here and now. Here and now is going to be gone in a minute, a second. Here and now is gone. What now? So get it in your brain to start having plans. When you have plans, you have goals. When you have goals, you start achieving little bit here and there and here and there, and then you start being, okay, you get a little bit more gusto about yourself, man. You get a little bit more get up and go. You walk around with a little bit more inches in your stature. It's a lot that goes into it, man, and it's psychological, and that's what these podcast episodes are about, guys. And I just want you guys to just piece everything together, everything I be saying weekly, and just digest it mentally, digest it psychologically, digest it, however else you can. And man, I just want everybody to be on the same page. We're not equal, but I want everybody to be on the same page, to where we have an understanding of where everyone else stands. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for listening to another episode of the Bubble Podcast, your new home for Bay Area talent, presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I have been your host, MistaRye The Realist, and I love you guys forever for supporting this thing, man. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to grow like we're growing, and I appreciate you. So with that being said, don't forget to go and sign up to the mailing list at streetwiseintellectproductions.com. That is streetwiseintellectproductions.com, and become a part of this family. With all of that being said, till the next episode of Views and Opinions, I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.